Welcome back to another episode of the New York Fellas. Elijah back from PTO, hiatus, honeymoon, marriage, whatever you want to call it. Congratulations on your nuptials. Welcome
Whatever
back.
you want to call it. Call it marriage. Just call it what
Well,
it
he
is.
was on PT. He was also on PTO. Like, I don't know.
Some well-earned PTO. Red Sox haven't lost a game since I left.
Yeah, that's the problem. Saint and Marty, we are all here. I just want to let everybody know that typically, I'm going to bring people behind the curtain a little bit. We start at 10 p.m. We start at 10 p.m. to record on Sunday nights. And granted, sometimes I send it out a little late, but today it was like 9:58, which I think is before 10. Elijah immediately jumps on. Marty 10:04, Saint 10:06, 10:07. Can I ask why you guys aren't sitting at your computers anticipating the invitation for
I was sitting
10 p.m.?
upstairs. Usually I am, but I was sitting upstairs watching Spider-Man with Tori and Stephanie, and then I've drank like 17 bottles of water today because I haven't eaten any food.
So that's an excuse
Why
not to
haven't you
be
ate
at.
any food?
Hold on a minute.
Fasting.
You not eating and you
I'm
drinking
fasting, and I had
17
to
bottles
pee,
of.
and I had to pee before. I was like, you know what? I've had to pee like once every 30 minutes. Let me go pee right before I start because it's probably smart for me to do that.
Right. And saying, what's your excuse?
I was
I was
having on. I
watching
just
the
stepped away.
Dodger game.
No, I have. Dude, I'm not staring at my computer.
I have a
I'm like,
newborn.
please send me the invite. Like, dude, I'm looking at it. I check. I come back.
Does he
There's
sound like
something
shit to
going on.
anybody else?
Yeah, all right, yep. Audio problem on his end.
So
That's
not
good.
only are you late, but you sound like shit.
Me?
Yeah.
You did for about 10 seconds there.
That was bad, Saint.
That sucks.
That was real bad.
Not to mention the video I put up of you talking on Instagram is just like half your face is cut off. You know?
I mean, so what?
What do you mean, so what?
One response. So what
Can
if the
you clip
product's
that?
bad? It doesn't
Oh,
matter.
you know what? Okay, you know what, Saint?
But
You're-
how's the
no,
product bad if I'm
Saint,
talking?
Saint, you
'Cause
are.
it's a
are
visual
you,
product
honestly,
too, Saint.
Honestly, are you dense?
You are dense. You're a selfish dick, is what you are.
Post these videos on Instagram, and you're like,
It's a
so
visual.
what? How is it bad?
I didn't say how is it bad. I also wasn't arguing that it was
You were
bad.
insinuating.
You just said, how is that bad? The audio.
But I don't really think it matters.
it does. He's posting videos.
Well, you know what?
Dude.
It matters.
Dude. You know what? Oh my gosh, we lost out on that $47 million deal because my head was half cut off from the one
but the
fucking
point
video.
is, if every single week is bad and there's something wrong, we will never go anywhere with it because it'll
So
be the
it's
same.
every single week something bad and wrong with me? Is that
No,
what is the
there's
problem?
some-
is?
you
All right,
can-
no.
then, then what the fuck?
There's
can-
always something wrong with somebody. We can
Whoa.
never get 100% accuracy with everyone
Why?
involved.
Your hand, dude.
Yeah, he's
It's
got a wedding
crazy.
ring. Marty, don't
You got a
cut
ring
this
on.
off.
I'm
You
just saying.
you take something that's supposed to be like jovial and funny, and you turn it into this, like Maddie said, a dense response of like
Here
you
goes-
just
Here goes that.
you just. Oh, he's walking in the
Got no
background.
shirt on. He's got no shirt.
You know what? It doesn't matter.
Shout out, Pops. Huh?
Doesn't matter.
Let's go.
Saint.
Sorry.
Sorry.
All right,
Shout
Saint.
out,
Well, here,
Pops.
if it doesn't
Well, why is
matter,
that? I don't-
if it because
dude,
what?
It
See, but-
wasn't not jovial. I wasn't like trying to ruin the mood. I just said so
No,
what.
I
you
was
know?
trying to be jovial and have fun. I go, why is your face always cut off? You go, what does it matter? Because you truly think it doesn't matter. It's the craziest thing to me.
I just, in the grand scheme, I understand. I just also don't understand why the one video then don't post it. Why did you post it? If
But
it was
it
bad?
was,
It was a
but
good
that's my
video.
point. It was a good thing to post, and I was like, you know what? I'd rather have this out there than not have it out there. But you're gonna come back with some smart ass response and be like, what does it matter? You're a smug dick. You know that?
I mean, takes one to know one, I guess.
No, I'm not.
Good
The point is,
point.
we're trying to put out a consistently good product, and we never have that.
But I think that's what makes it funny is because we're consistently always
Okay.
shitty in
It was
some
funny
respect.
probably
Funny to
100
us.
episodes ago. At this point, we should just get it together.
You know what it is, Matt and guys? It's funny to like 6 people, okay?
And
6
4 of them are
people,
here.
and you talk to them, right? And you talk to the other 2 and us every day. That's who it's funny for. Dumbass, dude.
You don't think it'd be funny if anyone was following along and they were like, "Wow, these guys really can't get together," and you're like playing it out that way?
No, we're
Yes.
we're not trying to keep the people that are following along. We're trying to get new people and grow.
It's a
If
growth
they see
stage.
a half-baked product, they're going to be
I'll
like,
tell
"This
you
is
what.
terrible."
I'll tell you what, Saying if you were the
But I
if
don't
you
think
were
it's a half.
if you were Fred FedEx back in like 1972
Fred
gambling
FedEx.
your money to keep the company afloat, the company would have went up in flames. You don't see long term.
That's different, Mike. Don't you know?
You do understand. I do see your point, and I do see long term. I'm just being a dick.
If you were Fred FedEx, the company would have went bankrupt.
If I was Fred FedEx, the company would have went bankrupt.
You're a real piece. Did Dad walk by again?
No, he's coming soon.
What's he doing?
Even though that story is
The
supposed
washing.
to be he played roulette, so like
Washing machine.
that's pretty luck.
You're pissing me off tonight. Well, anyway,
Yanks won today too. Jeez.
Yanks won today. Yep, I
2-1,
love
dude. We're grinding.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I know. Listen, deadline. Tarik Skubal, Los Angeles Dodger. Yippee. We all knew that was going to happen. But there's a couple of things we could talk about off that Tarik Skubal thing. But the Yankees also made a trade for Luis Garcia Jr. from the Nationals. What's he doing? I didn't see him again.
He just popped in there.
You just see like
clip it.
you just see like poke his
he
head out.
pokes his head out.
Oh, I didn't see
was
that.
So funny. Can you close the door?
Martin,
so
you could have turned your video off if you knew
No,
he was there.
no.
That's good content right there.
That was perfect. The way that he just.
I didn't see him poke his head out around the corner. I wish I saw
You got to go back.
I don't know what I was looking at. I think I was looking at the microphone. But the Yankees made a trade today, like I said, for Luis Garcia Jr. from the Nationals. They gave up Giovanni Cruz and a couple other guys. Listen, odds are the guys that you give up they're not gonna turn into anybody. So like, I'm changing my tune on just. You could pick one guy if you want one guy in your farm system that you're like, nope, off limits, fine. Everybody else though is pretty much on the table for me. But. Saying what did you said something earlier that made me want to. Oh, the Yankees. The Yankees took 2 of 3 from Chicago on the road trip. Would they go 2-2? So 4-3 on this 7-game. Was it a 7-game road trip? No, or 7-game road trip in Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago trip.
So, Marty, I can't hear you.
I was talking to Dad.
Oh,
He doesn't care.
yeah, saying
walking back and forth.
You twirl your finger around like the Yankees won today, and like there is a narrative
they
out
didn't
there.
Just win 2 out of 3.
Hold on,
the
Marty.
Cubs.
There is a narrative out there that this is really going to piss you off, but I can actually see the point of this. There's a case for Aaron Boone to actually receive some manager of the year votes because of what this team is actually doing with the amount of injury. You're shaking your head. You're such a smug jerk. You won't even let me finish. The amount of injuries that they have.
I didn't say anything.
You shook your head. I saw it.
So what? That's not a verbal response. I'm letting you talk.
It's called nonverbal cues.
Dude, this is
but a nonverbal cue, you don't have to stop talking if you let it bother you.
Well,
your smug
face bothered me, Maddie. This is the emphasis text message argument, just in a different form. That's exactly what this is, right?
It is.
But the emphasis text message, I'm right, and you two are both fucking wrong by actual definition.
No, we're not.
So if you go back to that, you're actually incorrect.
Emphasizing a message means I agree with this. Not.
Can I finish?
No, it doesn't.
Right,
No, it doesn't. That's not the definition of the fucking what it means.
Let me highlight this.
Guys, 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
There's a case to be made that Aaron Boone could receive manager of the year votes due to the number of injuries that they have on this team and where they are currently sitting in the American League, 2.5 games out of first place, and just kind of staying afloat with all the injuries. Like, do you agree? I'll ask Elijah first because I feel like I'll get like some level of a normal answer from him.
No, Chad Tracy's manager of the year, obviously. Have you seen what the Reds and their team's doing?
Yes. Outside of that, like, everybody knows that that's probably the better answer, but like, there's a case to be made.
Oh no, they're managing well without the best hitter in baseball, arguably, and a lot of other injuries. Yeah, but they're also, I mean, payroll wise, they're still one of the highest payrolls in
for sure.
baseball.
This could be the best Yankee team in the last 10 years.
Dude.
Okay. They're just probably going to give it to the Rays manager because no one expected the Rays to do this year, and that's how that goes. I understand. Boone has done a good job.
You think I'm joking?
You guys have not complained about him as much, which makes me think he's doing a decent job at this.
He's doing a lot better of a job.
I'll give you that.
You think that's a joke when I say we're the best team in the last 10 years? maybe
Maybe.
2024.
As presently constructed, or
Yeah, without,
as the present full roster
no,
yeah,
no,
without
no, no.
Aaron
Yes.
Judge. Makes sense. He's not a good playoff performer, so it makes sense.
with Judge, with Ben Rice playing the way that he's playing, with Cody
You mean if
Bellinger.
we're fully healthy?
Yeah, that's
wait,
what I
that's
mean.
what I'm saying. Because think about it, we're missing Cody Bellinger and we're missing Aaron Judge, 2 MVPs, 2 phenomenal players.
How about
And we're
Giancarlo Stanton?
I mean,
Third
yeah,
MVP.
whatever. And we are winning series. Like, we just won the series against the Cubs. We might have not won
2.5
17
games
to
ahead of
5.
the Red Sox.
We
That's
might have
really
not
that
won
impressive.
17 to 5. You guys just won 25 games out of like 30. So
I know.
mean, what do you
Check
expect?
out our lineup today and explain
But
how
we're
we won
winning
this
series.
game.
We're winning series.
Makes no sense.
Our pitching looks phenomenal. I just don't know how you could sit here and say that this team isn't good.
No one. Okay, first of all, you completely didn't.
No one
even,
said that.
You didn't take. You took the question and went into a completely different direction. No
Yeah,
one
I
said
think-
they're not a good team. If they're 100% healthy, like yes, they are. They are a very good team. Knowing what we know about Ben Rice right now in this particular moment in time, yes, it's one of the better teams we've had in a long time. On top of the pitching staff, the starters being pretty good. But he's trying to like.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, he's digging right in there.
If that was Saints dog though, you would freak
Well,
out.
Mike would drive the boss and kill the dog.
Yeah, probably. But when you pay the bills and you make the money and
When you keep the lights on,
that's right. You get to pick and choose what you get mad at. No, to answer, I guess, my own question, Elijah answered it too. Like, Saint, what do you think? Like, has he done a good job with what he's been given over these last 3 months?
Yeah, I mean, Lodge made a good point. Out of all the things that have been going on, haven't really brought up him at all. I think like maybe a handful of times.
The Cole decision against the Dodgers was probably his worst decision, but at that token, like, it's Garrett Cole. If he wants to stay, you let him stay because you kill him if you.
I actually don't think that was that bad because most managers are coming out there and you're probably going to let Cole, and Cole's probably pissed. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Well, that's what I'm
And so
saying. But the
I
right move
don't
was
actually
the right
crucify him
move
for that.
The right move though was taking him out in that moment, but it's Garrett Cole.
Right. But I wouldn't crucify him for that. Overall, he has been a lot better this year. He hasn't lost us games like the team itself has, or just bad base running or mistakes or whatever down the line. So no, he has been better. To put him up there for manager of the year, absolutely not. I mean, dude, by the same token, a manager's job is just not to make the decisions, not to lose the game. Like, he's not, and he's been doing that at a better clip, right? He hasn't made horrible decisions, but our pitching staff has kept us alive. Like, our bats are awful, and there's nothing he can do about that. Like, he knows they're not hitting, but he's also not out there throwing gems every day. Like, our pitching staff is the reason. It's not Aaron Boone. Our pitching staff is the reason that we're remotely relevant right now. Like, so no, he shouldn't really get any credit. I mean, but I guess what manager does deserve credit then at that point? Because, like, the Sox thing is crazy. Like, it makes no sense what they're doing.
It's not a
but
manager
somehow
thing.
they're
I
doing
know
it.
I said it was Cora's fault the whole time, which was a joke. But like, you mean
No,
to
I
tell
know.
me you just like you get an interim manager and then all of a sudden you go 21
With the
and
same
4 in
roster?
July? It doesn't
Right,
make
with
any.
the same roster, it makes no sense. So, I don't know. I don't think he should get, he's not getting blamed. Like, I haven't blamed him at all. I really haven't. This whole season, I don't think I've said too much about Aaron Boone. But to give him credit and put him up there for manager of the year, absolutely not, dude. It's our pitching staff. Our pitching staff could get whatever credit.
Well, okay, but my point is like you as a manager, you still have to navigate the injuries that come across your desk. Like losing Max Fried is a big injury. Like, you still have to be able to plug in, like, pull starters and all this shit. Like, I think you just look down on the manager position in baseball like so much that it's not even worth.
I do,
this
and
discussion.
I don't like the overarching way that games and teams and things are managed from baseball as a whole, and I think Boone falls into that heavily. But, like, overall, he hasn't done anything bad. I don't know. I just putting him at, like, manager of the year, I'd agree with Lige. It's like more like the Rays coach. Like, that's a team that's been pretty consistent all year. I mean, yeah, they've had little, valleys and leaps and valleys.
Yeah, but you could make
like,
the same argument that you just made for Boone not winning it. What is Kevin Cash doing? He's not hitting singles. I mean, like, so
no, it normally goes to a team that was like the White Sox being first. I don't know if anybody expected that. That guy's
they have more. They have just as many wins now as they did all of last year. So,
Yeah.
like, I mean, Yeah, there's stuff like that, but and that's a consistency throughout the year. I think the Sox thing, no one understands. Like they don't even understand. They're just playing with house money across the board with everything, and they have solid pitching staff right now. Like their starters are keeping them in games, but I don't know that it's the starting pitching. Like the starting pitching is why is the reason we are where we are right now, and we're heavily reliant upon that because when we have a bad starter outing right now, we are completely fucked, and it's very evident. But we've been getting a lot of good ones, so I don't know how long that maintains. But
well, hopefully it maintains until some of these guys come back healthy. Like, I don't know. It just I don't know what to say to that.
This is the worst. I've never been more angry at you as a Yankee fan than this season. It disgusts me. It really does.
Well, go ahead, Marty.
You're just so miserable, dude. Like these guys, you're truly not built for 162. You watch every game like it's an NFL Sunday. You lose one game, and that's it. Just I don't get it. They can't do anything right in their mind. You say, oh, they're gonna get swept. They're gonna get swept by the Phillies. We go and take 2 of 3 out of the Phillies. Oh, they're gonna get swept by Chicago. We go and we take 2 and 3 out of Chicago. We did win by 17 runs, and it's just like. But then when
letting him respond.
But then when they do something right, you have the ultimate trump card. You have the ultimate trump card of like, oh well, it doesn't matter until October.
Yeah, I'll be like, because I know purchase your World Series tickets now.
It's like you say they're going to do really bad, and if they do really bad, you're right, and you win that situation. But then when they win, you have the card of like, oh well, it doesn't matter because blah 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 blah, and it's just
the White Sox.
It's so.
But when you watch them, are you thoroughly impressed?
Yes,
I guess
over these last 2 weeks, I would say like I'm impressed with what they have and what they're doing over these last 2 weeks.
Yes, I am thoroughly impressed. I am as of right now, since the All-Star break, since the game before the All-Star break.
Since the All-Star break, they've been pretty good.
What is their? Hold on. What is their? What do you think their record is? What did we say on this very podcast? What do you want them to do when Aaron Judge goes down?
Well, I said you guys said you wanted them to do.
Well, we're talking in realities. You're not. I don't think you really live in a world of reality. You want 750 to 800 baseball.
No, I said no. That's not true. That's not what I said. I said they should win every series against any lower competition, and they should win every series at home. That is what I said.
Okay, that's winning every series at home is. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Saint, but like I don't.
That's that's not unreasonable. They should beat all of the inferior competition. They should win those series. That's even giving a game, and they should win series at home. Also, not crazy to say. Like, yes, dude, you're playing at Yankee Stadium. Like, you can't. There's no reason to lose 2 of 3 or 3 of 4 at home. Like, yeah, I don't know why that's a crazy standard. That's about probably 600 baseball if you boil it all up. So like, yeah, that's what I expect from the New York fucking Yankees, dude. Like, I don't know why that's crazy to have high expectations.
They're 25-24 since June 5th, which is the day that Aaron Judge went out. And I don't think
he went out May 31st.
Why did it say June 5th, dude? Chat is letting me down.
Using AI again?
Gemini.
Well, it's probably 28 and 27 then. I mean,
it's still the same thing.
I don't know.
27 and 26.
Right, yeah, so the same thing.
But I mean, I don't even know if that's true. 27 and 25. That's what
we're splitting hairs.
So, Saint, let's a little math on the Yankees home series. They have 27 series. Most of them are 3-game sets, right? They've completed 18 of those. So there's 27 series. So let's say they're all 3-game series. Right? That's 81 games, 82 games, whatever, right? So you think they should win every single series at home, right?
Yes.
Okay, so 81. So they should be 54 and 27 at home.
Dude, that's not no. Don't even start like that's a crazy thing to say. That is on par with what how the Yankees usually perform at home. They're usually somewhere in the high teens to low 30s in losses at home. So like that's not crazy. And that's like the good teams are good at home. Like I don't know why.
You just said that was right around 600 baseball though, did you not?
I said overall, if you take that with the road series thing that I said too.
See what the Yankees' home record is the last, I don't know,
Red
10
Sox
seasons.
Still 4 games under 500 at home.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but I don't. The
I feel
Sox
like
don't
they
make
play.
any
I
sense.
feel like they play every game at home too. Before this series, I was like, they're playing at home again.
The Yankees have a lot of home.
Then they're dominating on. Then they dominate on the road, which is like, I don't. Maybe they hate the Sox fans.
Saying in 2018 they went 54-27, and then 2019 they went 57-24. They should have won the World Series in 2019. That's not the point. I don't know where we started going with this, but
like, Martin's mad at me because I love them and die hard and want to freaking adore them.
When did Judge get hurt?
May 31st, he went on the IL.
I'll let you know how many home series they've lost since then.
Saying, I think it's just less about the it's just the way you fan is just so incredibly annoying to most people, and like I know that you know that, but you vocalize it a lot, and people just get turned off by your constant negativity, and then when you're wrong, it's like you'll hit us with like, purchase your World Series tickets now. They just won Game 7, and it's like, all right, dude, we get it. Like, how are we supposed? How are we supposed to respond to that when we're excited about our team actually doing something good? Like, we can't respond to that. It's a childish response.
Well, you can, yeah. The whole thing's childish. Sure, I am. Yes, in instance, I am being childish. I absolutely know that. I'm just frustrated because I refuse now. This team has boiled this into my brain over the last decade, dude. I refuse to just get bought in over nothing when they have proven they don't. Like, they don't deserve to get bought into. Like, they're not.
Will you not celebrate until they lift the World Series trophy? Is that what you're saying?
I would celebrate each series as they go and them advancing and doing well and continuing to progress. But I will not fully ever be like a relief like that we finally did it and I can let off and not be this asshole.
Well, and that's fine.
Until they win the World Series. Like, I won't.
Like Kobe Bryant. Job finished.
Job not done. Job's not finished.
You're a Yankee fan. You root for the team in Boston. Sitting on the couch.
So what? Marty, I want the team to win. I don't understand why. I don't understand. You also didn't experience a team that was like good. Dude.
No, I haven't. I have not.
So you have no idea what this even is then. So I guess I don't really know what we're talking about because, dude, this is, they're supposed to be a staple to this franchise. That means something.
The days that you are longing for, 2000, 2001, 1999,
Marty,
1998.
It's been a decade and a half, dude.
It's gone. Those days, 2009, it's gone.
But see, here's the thing. Say whatever you want, Marty. Say whatever you want. That's fine. Those days are gone. I agree with you. Definitely already know that based on how baseball's going and how everything's going. Dude, we haven't won in 15 years. Every year that goes by that you just accept and accept and accept, we are not the New York Yankees.
Time out. You've had enough time.
No, because you guys are just happy with
Time out.
In reality, if you want to boil baseball down, right? Look at the Red Sox. Look at the Rays.
I'll look at the Red Sox. Sure.
Look at
I'll look at the Red Sox. I'll look at the Cardinals.
Look at the Pirates. They don't win. We make it to the playoffs every single year.
Are we Pirates fans?
I want to clear the air on something real quick.
Are we Rockies fans?
You can check yourself with this whole you guys accept losing. You don't give me that nonsense of like, oh, well, you guys accept losing. You're happy with it. No, I'm not. I mean, we all want to win. Just like we go about watching the games differently than you do and getting bought in a little bit more than you do, like we still want to win. So don't give me this like I'm better than you attitude of like you guys just accept. Well, that's how the hell am I supposed to take that?
Well, how am I supposed to take it when you two are just always like, oh, I hate your attitude and it's so pessimistic?
It's not just us. It's not just us, by the way. It's everybody.
Do you think you want to win more than I want to win?
Yes,
he does. Think about living your entire life hearing about. Think about living your entire life hearing from everybody that you know that's a Yankee fan. Oh, we had this, we had Jeter, we had Pettit, we had championships, and I have never seen it. I've never seen it.
So you think you'd
I'm
want
not
it a
even
little
close.
bit more then? You think you'd be
I
like,
was
not just
8
like,
years
oh, we
old.
won, we beat the White Sox in the middle of fucking
Dude,
August.
it's the
like,
fucking, it's the middle of the season. What do you want us to do? Not talk about anything? I don't get how you want us to do
be
this.
Like, oh, Saint, we won 2 or 3. Saint, we won here. Oh, what do you?
So
have
then
to
why
say,
do you
Saint?
say
I
we're
don't
gonna get
just fucking
swept?
say anything.
So then why do you say? So then why do you say we're gonna get swept? Why do you say stupid shit all the time? Well, we're gonna get swept because
that's honestly a childish approach that I just take because it's whatever. Like, I genuinely feel like we're not a very good team. So especially right now with how hurt we are, and how depleted we are.
So here's what I want you to do.
Of course, I take a childish approach to it sometimes, just as you do.
Turn
just
it off.
Both of you do.
Turn it off until September 15th. And when September 15th rolls around, you clock back in, and then we'll talk. Until then, there's no point in talking to you about anything. Same thing with the Rams. Don't turn it on until week 10 or after their bye. Whenever their bye is, figure it out and then turn it on.
Way different.
Well, nope.
Way different.
You text the same way about the Rams that you do the Yankees. I know
the last time I snapped at you was for the Rams.
Well, football's way different.
I just love that you drag these guys into the ground with the Yankees. It makes me happy.
It's just like we're not allowed to be excited about our team because we haven't won a World Series in 15 years, and every year that passes, George Steinbrenner turns over in his grave one more time. It's like, dude, I'm so tired of hearing about
I don't care about George Steinbrenner turning over in his grave. I don't give a fuck about any of that.
We're the New York Yankees.
Your fandom is what bothers a lot of people, and if you ask random people on the street, how would you feel to be around a negative fan all day? They would be like, I don't want to be around that guy. It's annoying.
Yeah, of course they would be pissed. I feel just the same way about everyone who gets optimistic and bought in and how this team is so great when we fucking win 5 of 7. Because you guys, exactly what you guys say about me as I go way far negative, you guys get way too bought in over nothing.
No, we don't.
And that happens. No, it fucking
do you
does.
think
It
that
happens all the
me
time.
getting bought in right now is over nothing? Me being bought in right now is over nothing
because you've done it all the time. You also will shit talk me when they take a series or they do something. You'll shit talk me, and rightfully so, because I've been a dick the whole time.
That's why.
But you're doing the same thing I'm doing, so don't act like you're we're just happy, positive fans, and we just want to enjoy the season.
How about live? What do you think?
I don't know what they could do. I don't know what they could do for you to ever be happy, other than lift that trophy.
Yes, correct.
And that is a miserable, miserable, miserable existence.
He expects nothing less from the New York Yankees. There's nothing you can do about that.
Out of 32 teams wins, and this isn't 1950 where you're playing against a bunch of teams. It's 30. 1 out of 30. It's not the days when Lou Gehrig was playing and they were playing against a bunch of plumbers.
Dude, I don't need this spiel. I'm not saying it's any of that, and I'm not saying it's the Yankees of old. Marty, I'm saying if this was
that's what you're holding on to.
But if this was 3 years, like if we were 3 years removed and this is 2012, yeah, all right. You know what? We have some bad seasons. We're up and down.
It's been a long time.
Marty, it's been a long time. The Sox have won 4 times since we fucking won. Like, dude, this is my problem. This right here is, I'm not going back to the 1970s. I'm talking about my life right now, where this team, who is predicated on all this bullshit, and we hear about all this bullshit all the time, and the Yankees
are this. What years did they win since 2009? 2014?
2013, 2018.
I forgot about 13.
13, 18, and...
I'm sorry, they won. It was 7, so it was before 9. So it was 7, 13, 18.
4 times in the last. Yeah, they've won 4 times since the Yankees have only won once.
So 13 and 18. We won 2009. They won 13 and 18.
Yeah, so the Red Sox have won twice. And the Yankees have won. That would piss me off.
I mean, yeah, it's annoying, but like, I guess here's
that doesn't mean I throw the entire season out every year.
No, the playoffs.
I'm throwing the season out, but I'm not getting ultra bought in on something when dude, the writing on the wall has shown what this team has been year after year after year after year, and the historical evidence is there. How we perform is there. The mistakes we make in the playoffs is there. The mismanagement is there. So for you to just say that, oh, it's all based off nothing, not really, because it's there. Because that's what we've been living in, and that's what I've been living in. My adult life is what I have been living in. I'm not talking about 1990 and Steinbrenner. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm talking about right now, me as a Yankee fan, the last decade and a half.
I think what it really boils down to be completely honest with you, is not just like a Yankee approach. It is a Yankee approach to some degree, but I think just the way the game is played now is just mistakes don't matter, strikeouts don't matter. You can hit your way out of it. You can do all these things to hide these things, and like that's just the way baseball's played. So like, you're just gonna have to get lucky and win a World Series. Like, aside from the Dodgers, who completely just do everything right and make insane moves all the time. Actually, they probably this is the thing though that frustrates me as a fan is I don't pay attention to the Dodgers like I pay attention to the Yankees. I'm sure there are things that the Dodgers do that really bother the fans and they don't think they're good enough, or name any other team that other fans, pay attention to the most. So like we're so hyper focused on our own teams that there are other teams that are probably making mistakes and they're frustrated and all this stuff. But the way the game is played today is what I think it really comes down to when it comes to being frustrated with the Yankees and generally speaking. And their approach, I think, is awful. But I think it's every team's approach. Hit home runs. I subscribe to this idea because think about it. It is a lot harder to hit 4 singles in a row as opposed to 1 single and then a fucking bomb. Like, statistically speaking, like, home runs matter. So, like, I get the concept of it. But to your point, Saint, I think it's a baseball thing. It's a Yankee thing for you, but it's also a baseball thing.
It is. It's a baseball thing. It's 100% a baseball thing. It's baseball in general, and then that in general is frustrating. How it's played, the approach, and everything. But the Yankees are, because they do everything, they tend to do things bigger than anybody else. The Yankees take that approach and multiply it, like because they think they're so much smarter and better, and they have all this stuff, and like. Dude, it's a battle we're never going to win. And they go worse. Like
I don't know.
So it is a baseball thing. You are correct. But it's overall, I am just frustrated with what they have done, how they go about it. The lack, dude, I guess, and also the public, you know what? Yeah, you don't owe the fans anything, but dude, the public lack of accountability for fucking anything is crazy. Like, the team has no, like, they put seats and they don't know us anything. And
listen,
whatever.
man, if you start, I heard this thing. I don't know where it was, but if you're a GM and you start listening to the fans, eventually you're gonna sit with them. You cannot run your franchise.
It's not listening to the fans. I'm not talking about listening.
You cannot run your franchise predicated on anything that the fans think whatsoever. You cannot do it, in my opinion. You are a fan. You are there to watch. Well, what are you bringing up the fans for?
Unless that fan's name is Matt St. John.
I'm talking about major mistakes that they make that they don't own up to, or things that happen throughout the courses of these games that they don't own up to, that they don't do. That's not owning up to the fans or whatever.
What do you want? Like, what do you want? Like, what do you mean? Like, you mean like if they don't score runs when Aaron's like, listen, we got to score runs is like, what do you want him to say? Like
the overarching mistakes when they make bad plays and they just can't acknowledge it, and he weasels his way around a question, or they weasel their way out of it, or they make an excuse for something.
It's a baseball thing. It's a manager in 2026 baseball thing. Any professional sport.
I don't think all of them are like that.
Look what happened in the Nationals. Look what happened in the Nationals manager last year. What happened? What happened?
I don't remember.
He criticized the shit out of his players. Fired. It's a manager.
Can you give me an example of who is not like that, Saint? When you say, like, I don't think they're all like that. Like, who?
Brewers manager is definitely not like that.
All right,
I don't think Francona's like that. Francona's definitely a little bit more old
but again,
school.
we don't. Again, goes back to my point of, like, I'm not paying attention to the Brewers or the Reds enough for me to say that Terry Francona and Pat Murphy are actually, like, covering up for their guys. Anyway, this conversation, we got to move it to the trade deadline because we've spent 30 minutes arguing about the fucking Yankees.
Full circle. To Saint's point, I can understand why he's upset. The Yankees have lost 5 home series since Judge got hurt. To the Guardians, Reds, Tigers, Twins, Dodgers.
Guardians, Reds, Tigers, Twins, Dodgers?
Dodgers, yeah.
So Dodgers, I'll take the L.
Part of that was when they were in their awful slump.
Listen, this is what is frustrating about baseball is you can't get too high, and sometimes we get too high, and you can't get too low. Like Saint, you get very, very low. You have to just try and, like, go like this, and you have to catch. Everything has to line up perfectly to win a World Series. It's just the way it goes. I will not think any differently other than that. Anyway,
can we talk about Skubal?
No, we're going to talk about the trade deadline. Actually, before that, Lige, I'll give you 30 seconds to kind of chime in on, like, as a non-Yankee fan, whose side do you take a little bit more here in terms of, like, me and Maddie, where it's like we're not. I don't think we're pie in the sky like Saint says we are, but, like, we get more excited over things than Saint does.
Right? Because you guys are looking at the smaller picture. Saint's looking at the bigger picture. I think I side more with Saint in the sense that if you don't win, it's useless. Especially the New York Yankees.
I agree with that. If you don't win, it's useless. But throughout the entire time, are you just going to be like,
Saint
doesn't matter?
The issue is he's noticing the same patterns year in and year out. So he can't get himself excited for a team that he sees the same patterns with for the past 5 years that just end up losing in the playoffs like they do. So he sees the same patterns, he gets pissed off because it's the same team doing the same stuff. You know how they're going to fizzle out in the playoffs, and they'll do it.
Well, I think but like specifically with this team right now, it's like, okay, well, maybe this is a good question Zane can bring in for next week. Like, what patterns are you seeing right now? The only pattern that I can think of is the strikeouts are way too high. Defensively, I think they're fine, okay? But nevertheless, like, I understand you're seeing patterns. I don't think there's base running mistakes like there was in 2024, like when John Sterling was saying they're running the base like drunks. Like, do you remember that? I do. That was terrible. Like, I don't see that very often. I think there's also, but like, if there is bad defense, we know Dominguez stinks in the outfield, but he's got to play right now because there's nobody else to play. Like, so it just, I don't know. I think
right now, specifically over the last couple of weeks, I'm not talking about like over just a month sample size. I'm talking about in general that like mixed in all the ebbs and flows of throughout their season, the mistakes always come out and the stuff comes out. It's not consistent all year. Right now, it's obviously just the offense is piss poor. So that's overshadowing any, even if there was a base running mistake, like no one cares because we can't hit. We don't even get guys on base to not hit. We just hit solo shots and we're winning games 3-2. Like, we're not putting a ton of guys on base or not putting a ton of pressure on these teams. So like right now it's just the offense, but I'm saying throughout the course of the year and then what leads into the playoffs when you don't fix those things is they show their head.
What
when you
I'm asking you,
that's what
I'm asking you with this team specifically this year, what things are you seeing that concern you? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and check statistically if that actually lines up with what you're feeling.
Well, in general, right now, I'm
frustrated just
with the offense, as I think everybody is. Overarching,
what mistakes?
In general, the things that we can always control is what frustrates me.
Like,
they've been okay right now. Base running mistakes, fielding mistakes, and not converting on outs that you otherwise should have, i.e. somebody lays down a bunt and a guy beats it out and that's another runner on base and we don't get the out, right? Or we have an easy ground ball and we should get a double play, but it takes too long, or Jazz bobbles it, Cabby bobbles it, and we only get one and we have first and third 2 outs as opposed to an inning-ending double play.
Okay, so
stuff like that.
So base running mistakes and fielding mistakes. I got to figure out how to measure the other ones. But my point is like, I want to actually know how much you're paying attention to see if like if these things are actually prevalent with this team. I don't know if they are, but I'm going to check.
Over the last,
this year.
They were definitely prevalent before the offense took over, and now the last like month, all I can see is how bad the offense has been. So like, I can't really say anything over the last month. Maybe not since Judge was out, but like as of recent, all anybody's focused on is the offense, me included. Like,
good.
We're not getting guys on base.
We're gonna get the data.
Focused on pitching.
We're gonna get the data.
We'll do weekly check-ins.
We're gonna get the data. I want the data. Or I want to know if it's true, or I want to know if it's emotion. If it's emotion, everything's out the window. If it's data, you win. We're gonna get the data because the data tells the story, not just your eyeballs. The data. The world runs on data.
That's probably the problem with baseball. It's too much fucking data. There's not enough of just eye test. That's probably there's now it's an overarching way too much data, and they don't use anything. There's no baseball like actual acumen going into anything.
Fielding percentage, pretty easy data point. Base running mistakes, pretty easy data point. We're gonna see if the data tells the story. Tarik Skubal is a Los Angeles Dodger. Color me shocked. News broke last night that Skubal was being traded for a bag of peanuts in their 5th prospect. I don't know.
Ridiculous.
I don't know if there was other calls made. I don't know if the Brewers made an offer, because the Brewers with Mizorowski and Skubal would have been nasty. They probably could have put up a fight against the Dodgers.
Wow, that would have been a nice 1-2 punch.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Were they in the hunt for him?
Yes, they were.
Good.
I don't know. I don't know if there was other offers made for this guy. And, of course, he goes to the Dodgers, and I guarantee you he's going to sign before this CBA ends with the Dodgers, so he's grandfathered into whatever happens when the new CBA comes about. But the question I saw on Instagram today was like, the Pack the Brew guys put out a video, and they were like, don't blame small market teams for what's happening in baseball right now. And I kind of can see maybe both sides of the coin here, but are you shocked that Skubal went to the Dodgers, and should we be more upset with these teams that didn't actually make an offer for him And do you think there was other offers for him the Dodgers just took the Tigers just took the Dodgers offer?
The thing with trades, to me, it's a little different than free agency, because if it's free agency, the Dodgers can just pay whatever, and that pisses everybody off. But with trades, I don't really necessarily blame them, because why wouldn't you give up 3 random prospects for Skubal for a year? So I don't think that's their fault, per se. I don't understand why their offer couldn't be beaten. It kind of reminds me of like the Luka when he went to Dallas to the Lakers. Didn't really seem like any other team had a chance, and all of a sudden he was on the Lakers. So that, if you want to put your tinfoil hat on, that's a little interesting.
Well, it's funny you say that. I saw Ben Verlander tweet something about how like Skubal, like there wasn't any offers for him as of like Saturday night, and then it was like all of a sudden at 11:30, it was like, okay, done. So to your point, like
a team trying to go for it would have given up a lot more than that. So I really don't understand how that works. But I don't blame the Dodgers for that. Like if it was a free agent signing, I could be like, all right, they're ruining the sport. But like, I don't know, they're offering 3 prospects. Tiger said yes, get it done. So I don't. But the larger point obviously is that they can do this with free agency and apparently at the trade deadline, which is really annoying.
I think it was orchestrated, and I'll tell you what. I know it sounds bad, but if Tarik Skubal never pitched another day, I don't think I'd be upset. I'm so serious. It's so dumb that he's on the Dodgers. It's so dumb. Such cowards, dude. Where are your
annoying.
backbones?
It is annoying.
This is worse than any super team that you see in the NBA. It's way worse.
Oh, I compared
it's not because it's baseball.
I compared it to LeBron going on the KD Warriors.
That's what it would be like. It'd be like if LeBron went to the Warriors. No,
this is insane. This is the back-to-back world champions getting the best pitcher in baseball.
Zane, look at their starting pitching already when they're healthy. Add this guy in. The reason why I say I wouldn't care if he never pitched again is because MLB money is guaranteed. He's still going to be a very, very rich man. So it doesn't bother me.
Well, their pitching has been, they got him because they've been otherwise, at least to finish out the season, too, they've been otherwise kind of depleted, and they've been hurt a lot.
Sheehan got his tits lit tonight.
Shocking.
But in general, they have been hurt. So like Glasnow's been hurt.
Okay, well,
Yamamoto's on the IL.
I don't think Glasnow and Snell are really hurt. I think they're just, they're hurt, but they're kind of just, let's push it out because we don't need them for the regular season.
It's brilliant.
And they'll show. Honestly, it is brilliant. And I know Austin loves to talk about Friedman and how he's a great GM, and I'm sure he's a fantastic GM.
Are we asking for comment about this?
I don't want to hear that. I don't care if Friedman can do this. I don't care, dude. You don't have to be a good GM if you're the Dodgers, in my opinion. So if he listens to this, he's going to be angry, but whatever.
I got a quick little Dodger stat for you.
1,000 in the last 1,000 games.
No, they're the Dodgers' 6 highest paid pitchers would be the 18th highest payroll in baseball. Just their top 6 pitchers.
That's crazy. Also, Frank the Tank could be onto something. Just got
Edwin Diaz back too.
Frank the Tank could be onto something with talking about how like this trade was orchestrated to push public, and I know it doesn't matter, but like push the public to be in favor of a salary cap.
I've been in favor of it for a long time.
Saint.
Bad audio, Saint. Mute yourself.
Thank you.
Here's one for a point for the Dodgers. I just looked up payroll because I saw a crazy stat earlier. A 2005 Yankees payroll was 70% higher than the second highest team in the MLB that season. In 2026, the Dodgers payroll is only 15% higher than the number 2 team.
Because the number 2 team is the Mets. And they're idiots.
I can't believe they signed Peralta for that and then just traded him today. That's insane.
Dude, they suck. They're bad.
I understand bad year, but don't you just hope that you have a better year next year, or that team's just dead forever?
Forever.
I don't know.
I would not be trading your best pitcher that you just signed. It was a 1-year deal, though. Am I crazy?
Here's the thing with
for 2 guys that they refused to trade for Crochet. And then they gave him up for
Peralta.
That's what they got back for that's what they got back for Peralta.
Lige,
they make no sense.
Lige, the thing with the Dodgers and their salary is like I don't have a problem with them spending a ton of money. What I don't know the answer to this question is, does the entire salary of a player that's over the luxury tax, if you defer it, do you still have to pay the money against that luxury tax? Like, do you still pay that?
I'm not the numbers guy. Ask again.
Well, If
Marty,
because the Dodgers have like $1.1 billion dollars in
$1.1 billion deferred money.
Yeah.
Are you paying the luxury tax fee against that $1.1 billion, Saint?
Saint, mute yourself.
You technically, are you asking if you should? If you should?
I'm asking if you
do pay that.
No, you don't.
Well, let's ask.
It's not. You don't. I promise you.
I got another stat if you want it. I just got a bunch of Dodgers payroll stats right now.
Go ahead.
I'm going to read it anyway.
Go ahead.
Blake Snell is getting paid by the Dodgers until 2046. So that's, 20 years from now? If he comes back in 2027 and then ties his career high in 180 innings pitched for each of the remaining 20 years that he's on the payroll, so that's till he's 53, he'll have 4,761 innings pitched, which is 20th all time.
They get taxed on the AAV. That's what it is.
The present day value.
Yeah, it's not like that full amount is counted against. Like, so Ohtani's amount, right? Like,
he pays $2 million against the luxury tax.
Seven. He's gonna get $70 million, or what is he gonna get a year?
68
million. Like $68 million in 10 years from now is not as much money as you would think it is in today's dollars. Because
not in California,
when you're inflating numbers that big, they get bigger quicker.
Listen,
I think come to a head at some point. Just probably they're going to win 6 World Series in the meantime.
It's going to come to a head at the end of this year because this is what started the
investments is like. I hope they go under. I hope they get found out for securities fraud. I hope that somehow, some way, like they have to renege on all of the money that they have, and like I really hope nothing but bad things for the city of Los Angeles. I hope that there's an earthquake that cracks those stadiums.
San Andreas fault. Yep. There it goes.
The team is they don't deserve it. The entire fan base, Austin, I love you. You don't deserve it. You guys, it's 75 degrees and sunny every single day. You got the chart. It's so there's such a, and then they act like there's such a, oh yeah, we love baseball. You go to the game, they're just sitting there. They don't care.
So what does it have to be 45 and cloudy? Like
the city for them to deserve it? Life. The snow has to hit the field for the game.
It's like the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You're mad at them because it's 75 and sunny. Yes, it needs to be doom and gloom like our city for you to be great.
It's jealousy is what it is. Imagine being a Padres fan. You get all that nice stuff and you don't ever finish in first.
Listen, I don't have a problem. I don't have a major problem with the Dodgers. Like, is it annoying? Like, I mean, like, it is what it is. Like, what do you want me to do? I think it's cool when teams
beat those teams, though. I think it's even more of an incredible story. Like, the Blue Jays should have beat them last year.
They should have.
And that's why when you guys said, is it a bigger dynasty than when whatever KD or the Warriors? Like, dude, the only thing that still, no matter what, the only thing that still prevents you and gives you a shadow of a doubt is this sport is so fucked that you can get to the playoffs and these guys can all choke.
Yeah.
And these starters can choke, and it's 4 games. They gotta, or sometimes 3. And like, dude, that's a weekend. Like, they could lose a weekend and their season's over. So like, and it happens. Snell can have a bad start. Ohtani can have a bad, like, it's not out of the realm. Like, that's why no matter how stacked you are in baseball, you can still
lose. The best team does not always win. The best team in basketball typically wins, right?
Yeah,
the
typically wins or is there.
Yeah, they're on the court playing both sides of the ball.
So are you saying the Knicks were the best team in the NBA? No doubt.
I mean, they were this year. Championship, yeah.
But yeah, no, Saint, you're right. I think it's like, if I told you right now, like, Dodgers are the field for the World Series title, like, maybe not this year because the AL is not that great and the NL's like
the Red Sox
field. Half of the field is garbage. So
it's really just like NL or the Dodgers for the NL or the field. Like, you're probably taking the Dodgers, but like, let's say there was like 5 teams in the AL that were actually like good, where you take, and there's 5 teams in the NL that are really good. Like, are you taking the Dodgers or the field? Like, you almost like, I think you always take the field in anything, to be honest, because
it's
better odds.
Just because it's more options. Especially baseball, though. Especially baseball, anything can happen.
Right. So, listen, I'm not. This was the Yankees in the early 2000s, to Elijah's point 10 minutes ago.
No, dude, it was different because
let me finish.
It was owned by a individual guy. This is owned by an investment firm.
Here's the thing. Here is the thing with sports in general today that I think they kind of let the fox into the hen house across multiple sports. When you let these private equity firms come in and do whatever they want, it changes things drastically. I do think that there is a difference, Marty, to your point. I agree. The fox is in the hen house. And
realize how much money, like,
But then,
That
the statement that you
400
said,
million
Mike,
that they spend, that's actually nothing.
Yeah,
to
compared to what they
like
have,
that.
for sure.
Nothing.
but Mike, that's the statement you just made about the Dodgers GM or whatever, and you're like, Alex, I don't care because anybody who had that money. What do you think people thought about Cashman in the '90s? Like, yeah, dude,
I
you were
don't
the
think
Yankees.
Cashman. I thought people probably thought the same exact thing. You don't have to be a good GM.
You could just spend
You
money.
can spend
and, like,
your money to
the
so like
wherewithal to.
like yeah, you have prospects in your farm system, but like is a GM really doing that much work to get a you might draft a guy. Like there's scouts all over the fucking place for these teams. So like, if a scout likes somebody and says it to Cashman, like, or Friedman, like, okay, Cashman flew to Tokyo to watch fucking Yamamoto pitch. Like, yeah, I would fucking hope so, right? Like, but like, he's not going down to fucking
right. It's stupid. It's stupid. And the influence that he has in comparison to anybody else, like, whatever, dude. They don't care about talking to him. In my opinion, I don't think a player would be overly concerned with talking to him. But here's what I don't understand. If this does go into a lockout, I really don't understand, from all the stuff and listening to what's going on, I really don't understand what leverage the players really think they have. Like, I don't know how these guys, like, to be honest with you, I don't really understand how these players have gotten to a point of delusion where they think that, like, I mean, that they're the overarching, like, end all be all and whatever they say. Like, some of these guys coming out and saying some of this crazy stuff, like, dude, you're the only sport, like, in existence that doesn't have a salary cap, and you guys get ridiculous contracts as it is. Like, even with a salary cap, your cap's going to be higher than any other sport. It already is. They already had the precedent set that it was going to be higher than anything else. So, like,
no, they didn't. They came in at like 245. That's a joke.
It's going to be, if there's a cap, it's going to be 300 plus.
It'll be in the threes. It'll end up being in the mid to high threes probably. That's just an initial probably low ball. But, like, I don't understand how they think that that's going to happen. And then, what's his face? Manfred comes out and says this is the most united group of owners we ever say. Dude, they don't care. They'll stand on business. They're all billionaires. Like, they don't. I really don't see what leverage the players have. And, like, they're the only ones that are going to lose money.
Yeah,
like,
they should have a cap.
Apparently, I don't know if you guys have heard this, but apparently, like, there is not a ton of representation within the union for Latin players. And there's a thought that the Latin players in Major League Baseball, they don't want a work stoppage. Like, they're the ones who don't want it at all. And they're going to vote with whatever gets them to work the fastest. So there's like there's a thought process there.
You know what you do, maybe? If there's no season, right?
Grease
if those
the skids,
players
man.
drop out. No, dude.
They call us in.
Bring the guys from Puerto Rico and Dominican. Have them play.
Call us in. I'll go play. I'll play for $50,000 a year.
Yeah, Big Chief.
I just think it's crazy. They act like, oh, we're going to be poor. It's like, oh, yeah, dude, your $22 million a year is going to go to 25. Fucking 25 is going to go to 22.
Steph Curry still makes like $75 million a year.
Like, they act like it's such a big deal.
Anyway, listen, we got to talk some Yankee trades, and we'll talk Red Sox trade too, because Meade is dead.
I mean, let's just talk Red Sox in general whenever you want.
No, we're good on that. I'd rather talk trades. But the Yankees traded for Luis Garcia Jr. from the Nationals, a lefty bat, can play first base. I guess he's primarily known as a second baseman, hitting .284, 23 home runs, 76 RBIs, .560 slug, .873 OPS. He's got a low strikeout rate and a low chase rate. Haven't seen... Yeah, saying you got to mute yourself. Thanks. To be honest with you, somebody with a low chase rate and a low strikeout rate, hitting .284 with 23 home runs, yeah, I'll take that 7 out of 7 days of the week, right? It just, my question to you guys is, like, where's he going to play? Like, how do you configure this lineup now?
On that side of the field, right?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm just curious, knowing that he is, I guess, primarily a second baseman, does it free you up to as much as we don't want to, but in order to have good, decent offensive stick in the lineup at third, do you move Jazz back to third? But again, it's a lefty bat. Like, we don't listen. I'll take this guy hitting this any day of the week, like I just said. But like, the primary focus is a right-handed hitting catcher, and there's talk around Adley Rutschman. But like, where do you see this guy, Matt and Marty or Lige? Where do you see this Luis Garcia fitting in the lineup right now?
I think perfectly. If they had any balls, they would put him at first or DH, and they would have Goldie at first or DH, and then they would move Ben Rice to catcher.
Yeah, I mean, that's an option, but like I think they've been pretty adamant about not playing Ben Rice at catcher.
Why?
This probably has to do with him having a good year.
Yeah.
They just think that he'll forget how to hit if he gets
no. It's a lot more wear and tear.
It's
in
a
your
little
body
bit more. Yeah, it's a little more.
Look at Cal Raleigh this year. He's having a fantastic year.
Doesn't matter, dude. If you have to win, you have to win today. And if you're not going to go get a catcher, then what are you going to do with this guy? You're going to put him at second?
No, you're going to ruin a guy that has a chance to have a really good career if he becomes a catcher, too. Like, look what the Dodgers did with Mookie Betts. They put him at shortstop. Dude can't hit a baseball anymore. He's batting .230 this year. Position is a really important part of the game, and I feel like if you put him at catcher every single day, you might ruin him as a hitter.
I don't think every single day, but it's a point to note. Like, and I think maybe later on in the year, but then also at that point, if you haven't been catching all year, it's not really something I don't think you can just pick up and go into going into the playoffs. Like, he would have to start doing it now.
He would have had to have
maybe
started
every third
already.
day, or every third day, every other day, something like that. If we don't end up getting a catcher, yes, this pickup was good, and I do like him, and I would say you probably got to play him. I don't know, right now is probably what Marty said, but once all these guys are back, I mean, Goldie's coming out of the lineup probably.
Yeah, and he should. He should.
Yeah.
He hasn't caught once this year? Whoa.
Like, if you don't get a catcher, you're putting ourselves in an offensive bind, which, I don't. Again, we're speaking on hypotheticals because we don't know what they're doing, but it just would suck because then that needs to actually be considered because you need to keep all these bats in the lineup and you got to figure out what to do. And I mean, dude, the sacrifice defensively, the argument would be like, oh, we're going to sacrifice defensively. What are we doing right now? Ali Sanchez is making a fucking mistake every day. I guess that's a good point. Throwing down the third, pass balls, he's faking throws. I don't fucking know. Dude, him and Wells are not. These guys can't be in the lineup in the postseason. So, what if you're not going to do something now? What's the long-term plan? I don't disagree with Marty. I think Rice needs to start going behind the plate. What else are we going to do?
If you don't get a catcher,
we can't have 10 first basemen.
Well, I mean, Rice can catch. To your point, I don't know if he can get into the groove right now in August. Right, he would have had to have been doing this for a couple of months. Listen, I think there's a world where he plays. I think he's going to play first base against righties, and I think Goldschmidt is going to play first base against lefties. And then you're going to platoon those guys. And then when Stanton comes back, it's probably Rice at first, Stanton at DH. Maybe you move this guy Garcia to second base and Jazz to third, depending on who's the opposing pitcher is, lefty, righty, whatever. Caballero.
How much second base has he played, do we know?
He's only been playing first base for about 10 months. His primary position was second base, from what I looked up.
I mean, if push came to shove, which they'll never do, could take Jazz out of the lineup.
I would trade Jazz in a second,
I mean, absolutely. Trade Jazz in a second. But also, if you're not gonna do that, he's never played short, right? He's not an all infield guy.
I think he has a little bit of short, but again, so he played his first major league game at first base on September 23rd, 2025. So he's only been playing first base for about a year, right?
So he's not a primary.
No,
it's not his primary spot,
right? But his offensive stats are so good that you have to find a way to put him in the lineup every single day.
Right. And if we actually do get Stanton, Belly, and Judge back, I mean, dude, our DH is every day Stanton plays. You can't put Stanton in the field. He can't even move. The guy's an actual piece of glass at this point.
You should not even put him in the lineup, actually.
He can't do but Marty, he's been so good in the postseason. He's earned that.
You give
when our whole team has been down, he has been the only guy at some games who has given us offensive life. So he's earned that right. But man, you can't put him in the outfield. Dude, he can't do anything. Talking Stan. He has to be the DH all the time. So that eliminates that. So now you have to play even more of this little shuffle game with all of these guys that you have, and like we're overstocking our our outfield and our first baseman, and then we desperately need a catcher, and like
Yeah,
we
that's
could
why
use
you
a better.
need to use Ben Rice as a catcher. Like, you're putting yourself in a position where it's like, where else are you going to put this guy?
I understand you want Ben Rice at catcher, but it's still that's 3 lefty catchers between Escara, Wells, and Rice. There needs to be balance at the catcher position. And I actually like Ali Sanchez. I know he's made some boneheaded mistakes, especially that one in Chicago against the White Sox where he threw down. I kind of like him. I think he's been doing just fine. Like, it's been nice to see it. Someone else.
He's been good.
He's been fine. Like, he hasn't been.
Didn't he hit a nuke?
He did hit a nuke.
Yeah.
First one. But I think yes. Overall point is that this guy is a stick. Okay, and he's got to play.
What's that expression? He's a stick?
He's a stick. He can hit.
It's like from golf, mostly.
Never heard that?
No. I thought that meant like he was fragile or something. Like he's a stick.
No, he's a stick. Like,
Come here, I'll show you a stick.
Who's good at golf.
Okay.
I'll show you my stick.
Yeah, that's good, dude.
Come here, show me. Lige, Curtis Mead, is that his name?
Don't care. He's out of the lineup.
Okay, so here's a question for you as the Red Sox fan. Oh, sorry. We'll jump to the Red Sox in a minute.
All right, cool.
Do you think the Yankees?
Yawning.
Marty? Do you think Cashman?
24 hours.
Do you think Cashman pulls a rabbit out of his hat and gets Goodman and Miller, or is it going to be Adley Rutschman and a different bullpen piece like a Luke Weaver?
I think you're going to do the Rutschman one. I don't know why the Padres would give up Miller.
Because they want. I don't know. They're not going to pay him.
It seems like it's turning into the NBA in a sense, like, oh, we don't have any shot, might as well just trade all of our good players. It's like, what happened to like fighting to the end of the season and seeing what you got? I understand, like, bottom of the
2.5 games.
What's that? Sorry,
I think the Tigers were like 2.5 games.
Yeah, that's what I was listening to the Tigers broadcast when they found out they traded Skubal, and they're like, we're 2.5 games out. And like even the Nationals, I guess the Nationals do have good hitting. They just need some pitching, so it makes sense. I guess that makes sense. But like, if you're the Padres, why are you trading the best closer in baseball at all? Orioles, I guess, are out of it, but I don't know. I don't it's all data driven, like you guys say. So I'm sure they all see these prospects that can do this, this, and this. But you have a down. You have a down year, and you go at it again next year with the team you thought was going to produce this year. I don't know why you just instantly blow it up because you had a bad half season of baseball.
I think the Padres are just in a position with this new ownership group, and they took over. I think they're really trying to reset everything.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I think this owner did them in so bad, or whatever. It was the relative situation, and he put them in such bad debt with all these horrible contracts. So I honestly think the Padres are just trying to offload a lot of money. I really don't think they can sustain what they're doing. Everybody else I do understand, but then it's like, you have teams like the Rockies. Like, dude, it feels like the Rockies are just every year. It's like there's a player somebody's going after on the Rockies. Like they never are a team that's like contending for anything. Imagine just playing for that team and you're just like, you're going into it like, oh yeah, we're gonna be sellers at the deadline and it's fucking June or something.
Insane. Like I was looking at the standings, I think yesterday, and just like, how are they really this bad every single year? There hasn't been a good year where they're competing at all. And
right.
Like the White Sox,
that year they made it to the World Series was what, 03 or something?
No, they played the Red Sox in 07.
07.
So it's been
since then
20 years.
Nothing.
Yeah. I mean, the White Sox turned it around. Good for them. They were another laughing stock team. But like,
yeah, it's cool to see the White Sox turn around.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
Yeah, they got Murakami.
Yeah, they spent some money. They tried. Like, I don't know. I get it. You're trying to just, but then those prospects turn out good, and you trade them in 3 deadlines from now, and you do the exact same thing. So I don't know.
So like, but to your point, it makes more sense to me for the Padres, dude. I can't for the life of me understand why the Orioles would offload one of their best guys to the New York Yankees. Like, I feel like that would just be like the ultimate stupid thing you could do for them. Why would you give us your stud catcher? Like, I just
a well-run franchise. I can understand.
Well, because I don't think they have the intention to pay any of these guys, man.
They certainly paid Alonso a lot of money to go there and do what?
Which that made no sense too, right? So you're going to pay Alonso, but you're not going to pay Gunnar and Adley. Like, those are the 2 guys you should pay.
I would take Gunnar in a second. Yeah, listen, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with the remaining with the remaining time in the deadline, which I think tomorrow 6 p.m.
Yeah, August 3rd.
What if they do nothing?
C+. I mean, like, you got a good bat.
But you added a good hitting bat, but no, you're trying to win a World Series. You got to make another move.
Like,
and in comparison to what you just saw the Dodgers do, like, would you be ultra disappointed if nothing else happens by tomorrow?
Yes, I would be ultra disappointed. I would say, like, at the very least, your bullpen's good, so you make a strength, and even more of a strength. At the very least, you need to get another bullpen piece. At the very least, but in reality, like, what brings me to like an A+, not an A+, an A or an A- or a B+, is right-handed hitting catcher and a bullpen.
Yeah,
piece.
you make you improve the team somehow. That's gonna every day make it look better.
Right, you improve an area that needs to be improved, and you strengthen a strength. Okay, and that'll get me to like a B+, A-.
Yeah. A+ is Miller and Goodman are at.
Correct.
Like, that's an A+.
Yeah, I would say Goodman Miller is A+.
He came out
Adley's not having a great year, if we're being honest.
Well, Adley was just hurt he was on the 15-day IL or whatever.
He's
hitting
more injuries. That's exactly what the Yankees need.
He's also hitting 250, which is probably like 100 points higher than Austin Wells at 150. So,
I mean, dude, yeah.
wasn't he like good last year or something?
Yeah,
he's a switch hitting catcher too.
Yes, he was. He hit like 240 with like 20 plus bombs and like 80 plus RBIs. Like,
that's Gary Sanchez back.
It's pretty good. Red Sox traded for Curtis Mead. Second at bat, hit on the wrist. Broke his wrist. Probably not coming back the rest of the year. Red Sox gave up early for him, but you guys are playing lights out.
It's insane. We just swept the Dodgers. They got scared of Ceddanne Rafaela and they traded for Skubal.
Yeah, he hit like 7 home runs.
Yeah, I think he had 5 home runs this series.
Also, they were saying on the broadcast every home run's come off a breaking ball, and tonight Sheehan breaking ball. See ya. Like, do you not like read scouting reports? I don't understand.
I didn't. I was listening to the Red Sox broadcast, but I guess the national broadcast made it sound like the Dodgers were punting this series. They were trying to get their team right or something stupid, which is just
team right for what? The next series tomorrow?
Trying to get the
team right for the next 60 games.
I don't know. I saw people talking about it. I was like, really? Anyway, they swept the Dodgers. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they're playing hot right now, and like your brother said it, and I haven't seen you say it, but like, is there a regress to the mean coming?
You look at the lineup, there has to be. They honestly can't keep doing this.
The lineup's so bad, dude. I can't.
They have two.
And this is why I said what I said about the division. You gave me all that shit, dude. This literally makes no sense. That lineup is atrocious, Mike. It's worse than ours.
All right, give me a couple minutes here. I have some things to say.
Rafael's all right, and
Abreu and Contreras are
right.
Professional hitters. We got 2 professional hitters on our team. Rafael is like the 4th best WAR in baseball, apparently.
Yeah, and they have 25 wins in fucking July.
Yeah, anyway. Tonight, just my last payroll note. A starting 9 and starting pitchers for the Dodgers versus the Red Sox tonight. Dodgers payroll $206 million. Red Sox $44 million.
And what?
That's the starting payroll for tonight's lineups and starting pitchers. Dodgers $206 million on the payroll. Red Sox $44 million on the payroll.
Well, we're looping in all the starters.
Yeah. So okay. Ohtani and Tucker are making more than the entire Red Sox team that started today.
Oh my God, Tucker's
individually,
a total
not
overpay.
Together. Individually.
Yeah, Tucker, what a waste. They don't even care.
If you were to say the Red Sox are doing this well right now, you would assume that Crochet's dominating. You would say Roman Anthony's having a breakout year like we all expect him to. Meyer stepped up, and Campbell came out of AAA and has been killing the ball.
$70 million AAA player.
All 4 of those guys have not touched a field in months. The people we're doing this with, it makes no sense at all.
So here's the thing. Do they come back? Do those guys come back and
Hopefully
of like
never.
Mess the feng shui up?
Well, I will say, if you had
Crochet, you want back.
You want Crochet back because that doesn't mess up anything. I mean, but you got Nick Sogard leading off. You have Duran, who
is that? I don't even know who that is. I don't even know who that guy is.
Rafaela, we talked about. Abreu's good. Contreras, Yoshida, Caleb Durbin, almost up to 250. We made fun of him a lot. His average is almost up to 250.
He's been a good player this last 50 games.
August I saw. Breath didn't like him very much. No, he loves him.
He was batting 4th yesterday. We still won that game. Don't worry. Andrew Monasterio, you guys know him?
Shortstop.
Yeah, stud. Absolute stud. Durant batting under 200. He's in the 8th spot. And then Navarez. That was our lineup today. It's just every single game they find a new way to win. They've come down from behind. The pitching's been incredible, which I think even when we were sucking, I was talking about how good the pitching is. Chapman is been lights out again, even though he's starting to like give up a leadoff double and then pitching around it, which I never liked that much. It's insane. I shared the Bellow stat yesterday. Statistically the worst starter in baseball, and now statistically the best reliever in baseball because
he comes in the second.
Some guy starts the first inning, he comes in the second, pitches 7 scoreless innings.
You need Roman. You don't want Roman Scampthony to come back. That's what I'm gonna start calling him now.
Drunk Scampthony. Roman Anthony. We don't need him. Apparently our number one prospect right now is like absolutely tearing it up in AAA. But he didn't play today, so everyone's worried we're going to trade him for. There's somebody. I don't remember, but I don't know. There is going to be a regression to the mean. So we saw in the A series a little bit, they stopped hitting the ball, even though they won 2 out of 3 there. But like I said to you guys today, if they play 500 ball the rest of the year, they finish 9 games over 500 and make it to the playoffs, and that's not a rotation you want to see in the playoffs at all, if you're anybody, because they can beat anybody with that rotation. They might not score a lot of runs, but they can beat you. And Breslow's whole thing was run prevention. They've given up the least amount of runs in baseball, so something's worked.
Here's the thing that is what I would say if I were a fan. What you guys talked about at the beginning of the year is like who's hitting home runs. When the power stops, are you still going to be able to generate runs?
That sometimes they don't need power. They do this weird small ball stuff and it works.
No, I know, but I'm just saying like that works to your point to get you into the wild card. Is it enough to bring you across the finish line? That's when I made that comment where I was like, winning right now for the Red Sox right now is the worst thing for you guys because I think it gives Breslow and Henry more runway to say like, well, you see, it works. Yeah. We told you, and like you could find yourself in a totally different position in 3 months,
or just let them blame all the guys they fired.
Yeah, imagine doing this with a guy that hits 35 home runs in the middle of your lineup, and then doing all this around him. No, there's still so many holes on this team, and you're right. It gives them a longer leash, and it's going to piss me off when
it gives Breslow a way longer leash.
Yeah, and it's
can you imagine how furious Cora is watching this every day? Can you imagine how mad Veritek is? Like, guys, what the fuck? Like, they're probably just sitting there like, what the actual fuck is wrong? It's the same lineup. It's the same guys. If anything, it's worse.
It's a worse lineup.
It's a worse lineup. They have to be so mad. Like,
it's
what
funny
is happening?
Because, like, they fired all those guys early in the season. And then, like, Tracy came in. It's not like the Red Sox did any better when they took over. It's just for the month of July, they went 21-5, and then they just swept the Dodgers. Like, it doesn't make much sense at all how they're doing any of this. But it's fun to watch night in and night out because they could go down early, and you know they're going to fight back and try to scratch out a win. Even if they lose, it'll be close.
So are they going to make another trade here or no?
That's the other thing. I think they're going to be worried, like, oh, we got the team right now, and they're not going to make a trade.
And the first one went so well. So.
Yeah. We actually traded, like, our number 4 starter for a guy that broke his wrist on the second at-bat for the team. But like you're saying with Breslow and Henry, I think it was probably 6-ish years ago, the Heat started the season, like, 13-31.
Always find our way back to the Heat.
Well, no, and then they finished the season 31-13. Like, they were 13-31, and then they had the reverse record at the end of the year. And what the Heat did was signed all those guys because they thought they'd be great because they just went 31-13. All those guys sucked, didn't deserve any of those contracts, and the Heat sucked for the years to come. So I'm worried the Red Sox are going to be like, these guys are awesome. Let's all sign everybody again back next year and try to do it again. And
I don't think anyone's saying these guys are awesome.
Well, no, but you could get you could get Montesero for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, but then you're going to be the team that gives him a contract and make him your everyday short.
That's what I'm saying. Like the Red Sox could say, like, "Oh, we could get him for X. Look how well he did for us." I don't know if he's great. I'm just saying it's an example.
Yeah, and it's just you just run into this thing where you like sign all these guys and your team goes out next year and wins 50 games because you thought you caught lightning in a bottle. That's the only thing I'm worried about. It's insane. Every game is must-watch TV right now because the fact that they just swept the Dodgers. Last time they swept the Dodgers was 2010, so it's been 16 years since we swept the Dodgers.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, they're playing really good right now. Enjoy it because it's fun and you don't know when it's going to end. They won 15 in a row, which is I think their longest in franchise history. But yeah, I mean, listen,
second I think longest, but yeah,
they're going to find themselves into if they don't have a regress to the mean, they could contend for the AL East. And if they do have a regress to the mean, they could probably still find their way into a third wild card.
Yeah. And I think they're a fine wild card team that you don't want to play because the pitching staff's good and the bullpen's great.
The one pitcher on your team that I can't stand is that Tolley guy. He's like a golden retriever.
Hey,
it just bothers me.
He's awesome, man.
He's just like when he threw the ball away that one time, and he's like, I don't know what happened, man. It just went away. I'm like, dude, all right, the shtick, like, enough. He's like a golden retriever. It just bothers me. I don't know.
A golden retriever is my favorite kind of dog, so it makes sense.
They're nice.
Play you guys
like,
4 games at the end of August. That's gonna be huge.
I will be there. I will go to a game, and I will get Duran to say something to me to get himself suspended.
That's good. If there's anything I want the Red Sox to do is trade Duran by the end of tomorrow. He's not performing well for us, and you saw him jawing at Contreras the other day for not tagging up on a shallow fly ball.
Why did he yell at him? Because you watch that playback, and I'm like, he wasn't scoring.
He was never going to score. He's going to be out by 15 feet. I don't know why he was yelling at him. Maybe he thought he could score, but
he needs that RBI
because he's not on the back. But he did tag. He just didn't go.
Yeah, don't go.
Marty, you all right over there? You withering away?
I'm dying, dude. I got to pee so bad. We're talking about Contreras and Duran
we're talking
yelling
about
at
the
each
team
other.
that's 28-5 in their last.
I don't care.
Games.
Is this called the Boston fellas?
Yeah, no, it's good. Fair point.
Yeah, and guess what? Look in the mirror, buddy. We're right behind you.
We just bitched about the Yankees for
2.5 games behind you.
We talked about.
I got to take another time out here because this is
a Yankees podcast.
You guys are all like 2.5 outside of the Yankees. It's like, all right, well, why don't you try and win the division? You should be talking about the Rays, not us.
Well, in order to get to the Rays, we've got to get to you first. So once we get past you, then
they will win the division.
You're not going to get past us. Mark it down. A minute 16, an hour 16 in on.
Marty said 11:25.
12 games this past month.
Yeah, that's awful bold, seeing as we're heavily reliant on the pitching.
Whoopty pickles. Our lineup is we still have a guy who can hit 35 home runs. They don't.
Who's that?
Ben Rice, Aaron Judge when he's healthy, Cody Bellinger, close.
Aaron Judge when he's healthy, that's right.
Marty, none of those guys are in the lineup right now.
Ben Rice.
Listen, Marty is supremely confident, so I
am so supremely confident.
Fine, be confident. Nothing wrong with that. I like it.
We swept you guys 4 games in Boston. It was great.
Right, and then it's just
then it kicked off all of this.
Technically, you guys did lose a series right after that, and then swept someone else again.
Didn't we beat you earlier in the year? Like you swept us when we were at our low point.
No, you restarted your low point.
Invalid. We were not at our low point. We
started your low point.
Actually, on one of our good points.
We went into our low point from there.
Low point.
We came on here and I said the Red Sox are now 10 games under 500. That means nothing.
Hey, Aaron, I hope you listen to this. You guys aren't going to go ahead of us in the division.
I was completely wrong about that series meaning nothing. That series meant everything.
I'm so angry at everybody in baseball. I'm angry at the Dodgers. I'm angry at the Red Sox. Our team is going to win.
He's angry at me.
Saying I'm angry at you. Our team is good, and it pisses me off that nobody sees that.
I do think they're
not
good.
That good.
I think they are good.
I can't take it.
You're a fine baseball team.
They are good. They have the best pitching in baseball. They have an offense that's actually good, except they're hurt.
Not right now.
And not right now. Hurt for the year.
Okay, but we're talking about right now. The offense isn't good right now.
Mike, end the show, please.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
The offense isn't good right now.
It's not good right now, but it is.
They're winning.
It's constructed.
If they're all healthy, yes.
When it's constructed,
they're winning the series against everything that they need to do. They're winning series against above 500 teams. This is the toughest stretch.
They are surviving right now with what they have to do. We said it the other day.
Everybody can sweep the Dodgers. I understand that.
No, and we did not beat the Dodgers. We did not beat them. They are the standard, and we have to beat them to win the World Series because that's who's going to be there from the NL, in my opinion. They're the standard. Am I worried about the Red Sox? Not entirely. Are they playing really well right now? Yeah, they are. They are. You can't just blatantly sit here. But overall, am I worried? No, probably not. Because I do think at some point, if you all think that they stink, even the Red Sox fans, they stink in your opinion, how's this lineup? When you're asking yourself this question, how are they doing this? At some point, the magic carpet ride comes to an end.
But also, it's been a month plus of this. Maybe this is just who they are.
It wasn't 5 days of craziness.
Yeah,
and
it wasn't like
reverted.
a nice 7-game win streak.
No, I know it wasn't. I'm not saying it was. What I'm saying is, if the first question out of your mouth to everybody else is,
not give this any more time than it deserves. It's
ridiculous. No, it needs to be talked about. It's
talked
fun.
about the Red Sox
if the Yankees don't get these guys back that they should get back, right? Belly, Stanton, and Judge. If they don't all come back, or they come back right before the playoffs start,
they
got to build momentum. They're going to go through rehab, right? You're just assuming they're all going to come back in immediate all-star form.
They need to come back.
Dude, that's probably not likely, so they need to get back sooner rather than later. So, you're making a lot of assumptions off things we don't know.
We're going to get them back in the beginning.
I think you're going to get Stanton back first. I think you'll get Stanton back first, and then I think you'll get Belly, and then I think you'll get Judge. I think you'll get Judge mid-September, which will leave him about 3 weeks, maybe or so, to kind of get back into game shape. I'm talking post-rehab assignment in minor leagues. I think he'll be back with the Major League Club 3 weeks. In September 15th to have 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I have to pee so bad.
All right.
Red Sox won their last 14 games against teams over 500. Wow.
Well, all right. Listen, that'll do it. Thank you.
Aaron gave us a question.
I didn't. Oh, yeah,
dumb. Save it for next week.
It's not.
What's the question? I didn't see it.
And come back.
Just go pee and come back.
No, because we're gonna finish.
Marty, it's not a big deal. Just go.
I want to finish. It's 11:30.
Dude, if you pee, it takes 30 seconds.
I want to finish. It's 11:30.
Matt, can you read the question, Matt?
Yes. I'm reading it.
Okay, well, where is it?
You're in the wild with, and here's the options: 50 hawks, 10 crocodiles, 3 brown bears, 15 wolves, 1 hunter with a rifle, 7 buffaloes, 10,000 rats, 5 gorillas, or 4 lions. Pick 2 to defend you. The others attack you. Goal is to survive for an hour.
Probably
5 gorillas.
Yeah,
I'm
probably
taking 5 gorillas for sure.
5 gorillas or maybe 4 lions.
I'm taking 5 gorillas and 15 wolves because wolves hunt in a pack, and that's gonna be tough
wolves.
to beat.
I didn't see the wolves.
Hunter with a rifle.
You need ground support. This is easy. You need ground support and air support. I want gorillas on the ground, and I want the hawks flying overhead.
What are the hawks going to do for you?
Do anything, dude.
This is 50,000.
Dude, 5 hawks. What do you mean? If it said 10 hawks, I would say, okay, that's not a lot. But you could get a swarm of 10 hawks attacking something. Dude, hawks are vicious. What are you talking about?
Well, you're stuck in the wild. Are they diving into between the trees to attack?
I'm under the assumption that I have full power of these hawks.
The
hunter with a rifle could be an issue. He could kill you real quick.
Yeah, Saint,
But the gorillas are massive, dude.
You know how many
I'm going 5 gorillas, 15 wolves. That's my pick.
Yeah, I think that's the right answer. Saint, you know how many rats those hawks would have to pick up with their claws at a time to get 10,000?
Those things are 3 feet long.
But dude, you're talking about defending you. So if something's charging at you, a hawk can come down and a hawk can come down and attack it.
You mean if a hawk?
And 10 of them can do it, or 50 of them.
If if one hawk hit a 10,000-pound gorilla.
That's why I said the gorillas are on the ground, dude. That's your ground support, and the hawks
You're
are in
sitting there worried about the gorilla?
Still, do you think a hawk is going to do anything to a brown bear? A full-grown
not
male
one
adult?
hawk, you idiot. No. The point was it's not one hawk.
But
if
there was
one-on-one, absolutely not.
Dude,
that's a lot of hawks.
50
if
hawks.
a hawk is coming in and a bear's going like this, it's just
going to take out 7 hawks.
Dude, if you don't think 50 hawks would do anything to a bear, then you're kind of
hawks
dumb.
are pretty powerful creatures.
Hawks are pretty powerful.
You guys are sitting here worried about the gorilla?
Worried about the gorilla?
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
All right, so
what,
gorillas, wolves for everybody?
I think
10,000 rats. 10,000 rats is a lot of rats. Are they New York City rats? Those are big rats.
New York City rats is just going to give every animal STDs in the wild.
You could stomp on the rats. All right.
They're going to give everyone a virus.
I'm going to pee. I can't hold.
Good question, Aaron. All right, listen, that'll do it for this episode. We'll talk to you guys next week. Trade deadline tomorrow. Check us out on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. And we will talk to you next week. See ya.
See ya.
See ya.